acceptable just to scroll on Instagram while we're recording a podcast?
I mean, if you're that comfortable doing that on episode 2, then you're clearly podcast ready.
Because my mind works better when it's split in two.
You know, I'm a bit the same, actually. I remember growing up having the laptop playing like a TV show and playing FIFA at the same time.
Or like studying while listening to music. Not that I study at all.
I can't say that I study to listen to music at the same time. Because if I'm listening to music and studying, I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
I can't even read a book sometimes.
I suck at reading a book.
I read the same page 6 times and my mind will tell me 47 other things.
I just wish I could read the Specky McGee books again. That's the only book I feel like I've ever enjoyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a series, wasn't it?
It was about AFL, yeah. Specky McGee.
Yeah, no, I remember, but there was a couple of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was like
kept
7
going on
books.
Journeys.
Yeah, that's the only book reading experience I've ever enjoyed.
There's a lot of good Aussie books, isn't
I've
there?
certainly tried, though. I'm just not a reader.
No.
Like, I don't like even reading the news. Like, I need to listen to it. Talk to me.
Oh, really?
I don't respond to words on the page.
You're one of those people.
Wow,
See,
I really am learning a lot about myself.
Isn't it? You just listen to someone, but you don't read for yourself. But I find you highly intelligent.
Oh, thank you so much.
40 days out of
I think
the year.
I'm emotionally intelligent, which really like adds up for the lack of IQ. No, it's the thing. Like,
It's taken you a while.
no, I can sense how people are feeling without them having to even say it. Like, I'm very intelligent in my surroundings and like whether someone
So
wants
you're
me there or
spatially
doesn't want
aware
there.
and you're vibe aware.
I can't believe you don't know what emotional intelligence is.
I know. I'm just surprised that you strung those 2 words together.
Wow.
Yeah. You can only speak to someone like that when you're siblings with them.
So welcome to the Pretty Cast. Did we do that already?
Episode 2. DOS.
Already off on a tangent.
Yeah, the pretty cast.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's staying.
Oh, no, it's great. I'm thinking of getting it tattooed immediately.
Oh, maybe that's going to be my second tattoo.
Pretty cast.
To continue on, I feel like I really need to like find something worth tattooing on my body, but I also have to do it in another country. Like, it has to be an experience. Like, I have to have a story. I can't just get a tattoo. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
so
care.
we collect fridge magnets from where we've been in the world, and you can collect tattoos.
I really need to start doing that. I'm very envious of that.
Yeah, that's Katie's collection. It's impressive.
Only because we have one fridge magnet. It's lame. Got like 7 wedding invitations and 1 fridge magnet.
Are they all in order at least?
Yeah,
so
and it's falling off every day. Every time I open the freezer, it's all coming off.
Big time.
Just stop getting married.
Do you reckon they'll ever make a fridge that it doesn't require a fridge magnet for you to stick something on it?
Why don't they just make the paper magnetic?
I don't think.
We were going to
you
talk
could
about
recycle
it.
that.
We were going to talk about our music today,
Yeah.
but we're talking about fridge magnets.
Yeah, we were
It's
like,
making me hungry.
we were like, oh, okay, so our musical project is called Pretty Weren't They? And the whole first episode was pretty much spent talking about me on a bender and you pissing in my sink. So we should at some point start talking about our relationship with music as well, because that'll probably tie together the
We
whole.
need to get a designated exercise book and really like nut out our points.
But the problem is neither of you and me can read, so
And we never have a point.
we have a lot of empty exercise books, unfilled. Maybe that's what we should do, start selling them. And the world run out of exercise books. Well, they don't use them anymore in school. Kids have got to be on mostly computers and laptops.
Digital.
Now, right? Digital. But we thought we'd talk about a bit more about the musical background side of the Fam Bam.
So I feel like the
aspects.
reason we started a project together is because I can't divorce you. Like we're stuck together, you know? Like, it feels like a good reason to start a project with someone when you...
Yeah.
I've had a few projects with people that I've been in relationships with, and like,
Yes.
they never end well.
No. Yeah. No. Something about shitting where you eat,
Yeah.
isn't it? No offense, but you got to maintain. Well, yeah, but I get what you're saying. We're siblings. We're blood. You know.
Yeah.
We're stuck in this together.
Should we have a handshake?
Oh.
Why don't we have a handshake? That's what I'm worried.
Yeah. I don't know. Do we need a handshake?
Kyro's going to be my best man.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
I'm only having one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if I'd have how I would work you into something like that.
A ring
and then
bearer?
I was thinking, no, that's Denzel.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was thinking you should just become the celebrant.
Oh my gosh, I'll marry you. I'm really great at public speaking.
And podcasting. I can be on my phone and podcast at the same time. Yeah.
So that's why we started a project.
Yeah. Tangents. We will. This is why we need a notebook so we don't go on tangents. But so we decided to do a project, and we've been sort of like quite heavily involved with music since pretty much the dawn of time in our lives. Basically, our father always played some sort of music on in the background pretty much all the time.
Oh, he's a singer.
He's
My parents
a singer,
are both singers.
Musicians. They're both singers.
They told us never to have a day job.
Yeah, it's
like they laughed in my face when I said I was going to go to uni. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like, nah.
Yeah, like, nah. I mean, yeah, up until coronavirus, it was working out to some degree. So we decided to start a podcast instead. No, but in all seriousness, we've dabbled in the idea. Pearl's sung on a couple of my songs.
Well, so we both have separate projects. So I think this project for us is another outlet to kind of explore a different kind of music separate to our own.
Exactly.
Like for instance, I do band music with Pearl the Girl. Like it's a full band, and this is more like electronic based. And I really enjoy
electro
making
indie. It's more electro indie.
Yeah.
This project, this Pretty Weren't They thing, is sort of sculpted or vibed around the idea of noughties electro.
And I just love writing music. So
Pearl does love writing music. She's been playing pianos and singing into a microphone since she's about 3 or 4 years old. And
you've been DJing since how old?
Oh, I've been DJing for, I think it's like 11 or 12 years now.
You know how like everyone's a DJ now though?
Yeah.
You're a really good DJ.
Oh, thanks. I like it.
Should be noted.
I appreciate that.
You work a room.
Yeah.
Like I look at you and go, wow, that's the art of DJing. You know, like.
Well, thank you for making me the glimmer of hope and beacon of what someone should aspire to be, not perspire. But yeah, no, I get it. I think it's DJing's a tricky one because
it's one of those oversaturated markets, but like there really is the diamond in the rough kind of.
Yeah, there's definitely a talent to it.
Yeah.
And it helps
See, I didn't realize that at the beginning.
Oh, and I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people look at it and go, oh, I can do that. Or like, that's not a job, or that doesn't make any sense. And to some degree, they're correct. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more that goes into DJing than I think people appreciate. But but more to the point is, so I'm a bit more on the computer text and write on Ableton, and Pearl plays piano and sings live. So this project is essentially like an amalgamation of our skill set. We both
hence
have,
the podcast.
Hence hence the podcast. No, but the podcast, the podcast is another way.
There is a backstory to that too, because we're both radio voice artists.
Yes, so we do TV and radio commercials, and we both have since we were respectively 4 or 5 years old each. So at 31, that gives me roughly about 25, 26 years of doing that.
21.
And you're 21 years of that, and which is a really odd position. Like, there's not a lot of people that grew up being like 4 years old and being voice artists and selling you crap that you have been buying for over 2 decades.
That's us.
That's our bad.
But we meet the ads.
We don't listen to ads.
We hate them.
So like,
should we admit that? Is that like a family secret?
I don't care anymore. Yeah, I don't listen to ads. But this is the thing. Like, if you're an accountant, like, you don't take your work home with you.
Yeah,
like you do. You take your work home with you.
Well,
but
it's
you
also
don't
part
like
of the reason.
listening
Like, we listen to the radio and we hear ads, and we're like, "Oh, that's Dad."
Yeah.
Or like, "Oh, that's Nick."
Yeah.
You know,
like, if
we know the voices, and it really messes with you after that because you're just like, stop following.
Yeah, like, it's like if you think about your own internal dialogue speaking to you with the radio on, that's one thing. But if you think with your own internal dialogue and the radio is playing your voice at you as well, it gets very confusing.
Selling yourself.
Totally. Tarts.
That's why we started kind of doing a podcast.
Because we've been professionally speaking.
I reckon I just discovered last week that I have a dream to be a radio host.
Yeah. unearthed.
I don't know what
all
I
of a
actually
sudden.
plan to do about it, or if I plan to do anything about it. But it's just there. Like I'd happily
You know
dabble.
what? You know what? I'd actually like to go out on a limb and say one day I'd love to host a gardening radio show. Do you know what I mean? Just talking about
Ooh, girl.
all things succulents. Talking about how to,
Get your hands dirty.
prune your ferns back. Get ready for winter. Because that's how you get the older generation. That's how you clamp down on that 60+ market.
Yeah.
Talk about seedlings in winter.
Not politics.
Not politics or music, especially not bangers. They do not think what we do is music. We have played our grandparents our music, and they do not think it's music.
How funny is it though when towards the end, like when I played Nan music, it was more sad because it was kind of like she had hearing aids, she couldn't hear certain frequencies. She listens to music, and this poor thing just heard noise. Like it wasn't like listening to things was not an enjoyable experience. Like even sitting at the dinner table in a room that was like really echoey and everyone talking, like she didn't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah, totally. So they're hearing something completely different to what we're playing them because they can't hear certain frequencies. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's why we need to protect
definitely sounds
our
like
ears.
rubbish to them.
Yeah. So I didn't mind.
I've got tinnitus. My ears ring probably once a week. I get the whack. Ring, ring, ring. Go away.
I was only getting a sharp pain behind my eye.
Oh,
every few days.
Stop putting your finger in it.
I said that at home the other day, and Danny's like, "Yeah, you'd probably aim not to have that issue, hey?" And
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
a big one.
It sounds like a tumor, doesn't it? Like it sounds messed up.
Are
Like,
you a doctor diagnosis? Like, do you go to Google and you're just like, "Oh my god, I have
definitely,
everything."
Totally. But
you?
I'm not going to diagnose myself with brain cancer. Like I'm definitely going to remain optimistic.
You've thought about it, though, haven't you?
I've thought about it. Could be.
Back to the music side of things and even the voiceover side of things. So we decided that the podcast would be a nice way to give you a bit more backstory and access to, I guess, us coming around the release of our EP, which won't be too long now. We're always slightly bumping the shuffle around of when that's going to come out because this is the thing.
We need to set a date. Kyro.
Get your calendar out. How's June 15th?
Where's the exercise book?
So I've been writing house music or whatever and releasing tunes with Pearl on them for years and just singing vocals or whatever. And then we did this song and...
Excuse me, writing vocals?
What did I say?
Singing. More than a singer.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
It was a small thing. It was unnecessary to pick at.
She grew the tree that turned into the pencil and the paper that she wrote it down on as well. So... props for Pearl. No,
mate, you're going to make a great garden host.
Yeah, a great because you're shit as a music one. So Pearl used to write and record vocals for a couple of those tunes. Anyway, fast forward, there's this song "Disposable Love," and I sent it to Pearl, and I was like, "Do you want to sing with me on this tune? And I think this could be kind of weird, kind of cool." It had that noughties electro vibe to it, and you were like, "Yeah, fuck yes, that's sick." And we sort of sent me some things back, and then I think that originally was earmarked as a Kyro tune. And they were like, "Oh, we just don't really see how this fits into your release schedule." And I was like, "Oh, that's weird." So we kind of didn't talk about it for a while. And then I think we were sitting somewhere, you were saying we were sitting somewhere at the harbour or something. And you were like,
I just remember the day, that I was like, we need to just...
We should just start this as a project of our own.
But not put too much pressure on the project to like succeed, but more as just like we are more than capable of producing more music than like is just
what we're doing, which is kind of like our jobs or like a way for us to make income or a living. So this was a new outlet for us to kind of be like,
I want to make electro indie music, and that's what we're doing, as well. Yeah, so
as well as doing our own projects at the same time. So basically we started that probably about 3 years ago. We had that tune, and then we just kept chipping away because we wanted to do a whole EP. We didn't just want to do like one single. We wanted to do a body of work. So we've wrapped up 4 tunes. We had.
And then we wrote RoboCop.
RoboCop was next. Yeah. I had these lyrics written down on a trip in Bali that were roughly similar to what we've got now, and I sent them to you, and you're like, oh, this is cool, and you added to them, and then we actually had Alex Preston and Dan Mack from Art vs Science played some of the live instruments.
We recorded it with them.
We recorded them playing, with them, recording some of the guitar sounds and some of the licks and stuff. They really helped bring that indie aspect.
The fancy vocoder.
And the fancy vocoders. But they brought that live indie aspect to the Electro project, which was essentially based, going back to this, about that noughties kind of like, a couple of examples might be like the Ting Tings and Goose and, Lady Hawk and stuff like that mixed with the presets and Muscles, Daft Punk elements, Tonight Only, all that kind of like stuff that was floating around then. That's the stuff that Pearl and I kind of remember listening to together when we were both of that age where you start discovering dance music, right?
Yeah. It feels a bit naughty.
It does feel a bit naughty.
Oh, you feel like
a bit underground.
It's that point in music where it's that point in your upbringing where music starts to liberate you. Like you don't just consume what is forced on you from the radio or what your parents listen to. Like it's like when you go out on your own. And I feel like nowadays people do have the ability to do that a lot more, but might not necessarily.
It's interesting. I kind of feel like you don't go out to discover music as much anymore, as you've got a preconceived idea that you're probably going to hear X, Y, and Z songs played that night. But during the ISO, whether it's bands playing or DJs playing a lot of live streams, I've seen a lot of more people playing less pander type music, like they're playing more like stuff they like because they don't have an audience in front of them that it's trying to please.
They're not catering to them. Like for instance, Danny's doing like a live DJ set at like Panama House, which is like some bar in Bondi. And
right.
He's live streaming and he's like, I'm just gonna play like some chilled and he was playing like these like cool slow like R&B kind of, but soulful songs. And I was like, yeah, because I don't want to tune into right now. Like we're in isolation. Like I don't really want to tune in and listen to bangers.
Hardstyle.
like
there's a time and place for it all. Totally. Yeah. But Danny's definitely doing the right thing, taking it down a different route and playing something weirder and quirkier.
And that's why I can't wait to play some bloody shows as Pretty, weren't they? Because I just want to headbang.
I just want to do some bang gangs and some birds. Shuffling. And so I think during the period where we were listening to a lot of this music, DJs definitely played stuff that you were like, oh my God, what is this song? You didn't have Shazam. You didn't have any of that. Like you had to ask the DJ, what's this song? What's this song? And nowadays, we sort of wanted to revive a bit of the nostalgic kind of vibe that I think entertainment's tapping into and has been for about a decade or so now. Let's put out a new Star Wars every year. Let's put out a remake of this song every year. We wanted to kind of go, well, you can take that sound and you can re-release something completely brand new, made from scratch that sounds like it might have come from that period but was made yesterday. You know what I mean? Capitalizing on that nostalgia without trying to just fully remake something was kind of the idea of this project.
It's funny, like it's also quite effective if you think about how that's a sound, like pop music is just popular music and like sounds that you're familiar with. And so like everyone's already conditioned and familiar with that sound that like it really resonates with people.
Yeah, straight away they think they've heard the song before because it's probably using a structure that is...
I'm into this.
That's great. Let's dissect. Operation...
Yeah, so that's why we started the project, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad that we're doing this podcast as well because I feel like I don't feel, with my own project, I feel like got to release song after song, like release schedule. This thing, I'm kind of like, oh, it's going to come, like it come.
Well, there's no expectation on this for either of us. It's just something that, like, because we're brother and sister, we're probably going to, spend the rest of our lives knowing each other quite well. I can't really see anything happening that would dramatically affect our relationship. But I think that, something like this...
We'll keep you in the loop,
stay tuned. But something like this is something that we can just keep chipping away at. There's no rush. It's no expectation on it for us personally. It's just an outlet for you and me to create cool, original electro house music.
Yeah. So that's what you can expect.
But we've got 4 songs on our EP. The
Yeah.
first one's Disposable Love, which we tried to film probably 3 film clips for, and every time we got them cut together, no fault of anyone's but Pearl and I's, was that our ideas just sucked.
They were dead. I'm not like, I love making music. I feel like I'm good at it, but coming up with music video concepts, like, there's a whole other game.
Yeah, and filling like 3 minutes of footage, like you kind
and they were
spend
so
an hour
shit, Kyro.
making a minute.
They were like, we did talk about it.
They
We
were
actually,
terrible.
so we got the video clips back, and then we were too scared to admit to each other. Like, I feel like I was kind of disappointed in myself that I allowed us to spend money on something that was a bit shit, and I was too scared to admit that it was shit.
Right.
But then I realized after we ignored it for so long, and it kind of became this like weird little like, are we going to talk about the fact that we're going to release this song soon or not?
Yeah.
And it became this thing, and then we actually just realized that we both felt the exact same way. Like,
Yeah.
you were like, oh, I'm so glad you feel like that, because I actually didn't like it either. Let's just cut out. Let's just not do a music video. Let's just not force it.
Yeah.
Just release the song.
Just release the song.
Be like, you know.
Exactly. And then our
It becomes about ego as well, like about like
It's
how you
weird.
want to be portrayed. I'm like, I don't like
Yeah,
it.
you totally get scared presenting yourself to what is essentially the world on multiple channels and platforms. And if someone hates it, it doesn't take much to cut to the core of an artist. They remember.
That's why I got
all the-
nervous about doing a podcast, but
Remember all the
I'm all
nerds.
right now.
Yeah.
Keep you updated though.
Yeah. Stay tuned for Pearl's emotional state.
So the other song is RoboCop.
RoboCop on the dance floor.
She'll take your pants.
Yeah, that's about a badass bitch who don't take no crap from no one.
Yeah, she an independent woman.
She gonna dance on the dance floor how she want. She gonna wear what she want, and she ain't wearing it for you.
It's also-
she wearing it for her.
It's actually also a song I realized about being present. Like, for instance, some of the lyrics, like, if my face was a screen, would you look me in the eyes?
Yep.
It's like we're so on our
Well,
phone.
yeah, exactly. You know,
If my body was a
if your
temple, would you
face
take off
was
your
an
shoes?
iPhone, I'd probably look you in the eyes a lot more. That's the idea of the song.
Well,
I'm not
I
saying you
feel
personally.
respected.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. If my face was a screen, would you look me in the eyes?
There's a nice little meaning in there.
There's
I
a
didn't even
couple
think we
of-
meant to but it's cool.
Silky
Yeah,
undertones,
those
double
lyrics are
meanings.
actually I'm like most proud of.
Yeah, they're silky. They're silky.
That's when I
sweet.
took you seriously as a songwriter too.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
good. I was so shocked.
Yeah.
I was like,
I felt good about
girl.
that one. Yeah. Ooh, child.
Okay, caliente. So then the next song was Get Fucked Ken.
Get fucked, Kent. And
was,
that is
wasn't it?
no, it's either that or the fourth one. But yeah, so Get Fucked Kent is just like, if you think about the Aussie pub rock song, like The Angels, Am I Ever Gonna See Your Face Again, through
Get
fucked, fuck off.
Yeah.
Through to like the presets have released a whole bunch of kind of songs along that line as well. And yeah, Get Fucked Kent was our kind of Aussie pop rock song.
It is such an Oz rock song.
That
Like,
it's-
it's so funny.
It's like, you know what? You just sometimes you just want to tell a Kent to get fagged.
Yeah, just fuck off.
Just fuck off, mate. Just go away, Kent.
So we really released
Yeah, so we're really excited
very
for that one to
cathartic
come out.
process releasing that song.
Yeah,
We-
definitely. And it got a lot of shackles off our feet.
Took
And
the
then
shackles up my feet so I can dance. What's the other song? I can't even remember.
Late Night Shopper.
Oh, that's a song about Tinder.
Yeah.
Well, it's about like
Online dating.
Online dating and like-
comparing it to shopping.
Yeah,
How you can swipe along a clothes rack just going, not me, not me, not me,
yeah,
not my
and you
size.
kind of do that about guys too.
And you're like,
Or
swipe,
girls.
swipe, swipe. No, not for me.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
very snobs, aren't we?
I don't think we're snobs. I like to think of it as social observations turned into
I know I'm
pop
about to-
electro indie music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's
No, but I was just
statements. I'm not
talking-
going to lie. There's statements in there. There's undertones if you want
pretty
to
good.
find them.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's like a Where's Wally puzzle of deep meaning.
So much depth.
Yeah, so episode 2. Hope you guys have had a blast so far joining us. That was a little bit of a talk about the EP that we've got coming out ASAP. And
But we're not going to talk about a date because we haven't said one.
yeah, but
Maybe by the next episode we'll set
yeah,
one.
so we've recorded this on Friday the 8th of May. We're gonna try and drop 4 of these episodes and then drop the EP around a
Mark
similar
our
time
words. By episode 4, we'll have the date.
for all of it.
All right.
All of it. I'm Kyro.
I'm Pearl.
This is The Pretty Cast. And
catch up with you later.
till next time.